All across California, parents know one thing for certain. The most soul-crushing traffic that you'll ever encounter can be found at the school drop-off line. Here are 2 Burbank schools and their mandatory start times. Watch what happens as I tab through the typical traffic prediction. At 7 a.m., the street outside John Muir starts to slow down. At 7:30, the road outside of both schools have heavy traffic. By 8, that traffic has slowed down the other side of the street and many of the surrounding streets as well. And at 8:25, we magically see the first signs that traffic on both roads is clearing up. This traffic wears on parents so much that many people have taken to the internet in order to educate others on how to keep the school drop-off line moving as quickly as possible.
To stop getting out the car, opening the doors for them. Let them open their own damn door. They take too much time.
1, don't speed through the line. You're going to make people angry.
Police have had to get involved at times.
But there's actually a much easier way to clear up this traffic, and you'll even get to save a little money along the way. See, other states avoid making their traffic this bad by having school buses. But in California, we don't have nearly as many school buses, which has resulted in 51% of school-aged children who live within 2 miles of school getting driven to class in personal vehicles. So, should we just get more school buses running in California? Maybe, but buying buses and hiring drivers can take a long time. Burbank is lucky to have a much better potential solution, because the LA Metro bus system is so substantial that it can actually stand in for school buses. This is why GoPasses have become so popular in many districts by enabling parents to save money and time while still feeling assured that their students can get to school safely. You can easily go to their website and see if your school is signed up, but if you're in the Burbank Unified School District, let me save you some trouble. BUSD does not participate in this program. But guess what? They're about to vote on Tuesday whether or not this program should be in the city budget. So let's do some quick math and see if this would be a good financial decision. Here's the middle and high schools in BUSD along with their current attendance. At $6 a week, which is the student fare cap, for 52 weeks a year, a GoPass will cost $312 per year per student, which totals $2.4 million per year for all of the students. This might sound like a lot of money at first, but we need to compare it to how much money these parents are giving up by driving their children around. Let's pretend that I live in Burbank over here in the Tularia apartments and have a high school age daughter who goes to school at John Burroughs. Since the first bell of the day is at 7:30, I want to have her there by 7:20, which means that it will take about 6 minutes for me to drive her to school, followed by 6 minutes to get back to the freeway. All versus 3 minutes to get straight from Tularia to the freeway. So a difference of 9 minutes so far. If I manage to convince her to do a sport which keeps her busy after school, I might be able to pick her up on my way home from work around 5 p.m., which adds another difference of 8 minutes. So every day, acting as my little dumpling's personal taxi has increased my commute by an extra 17 minutes. To put this in perspective, the census found that the average commute in Burbank is 54.2 minutes round trip. So I just increased my commute by almost a third. This can also feel very constricting for my own personal schedule. Now, I don't have the ability to get to work a little early and therefore wrap up early. I can't stay late for an emergency meeting to get a project over the finish line. And I can't swing by the gym on my way home to get absolutely shredded. Nope, I'm busy living my second life as a chauffeur. And don't even bother to get me one of those cute little hats either. But that's not all. See, I made the mistake of raising a beautiful social butterfly. So she has all these stupid friends. On Mondays, they all meet up over here to binge watch the newest hit show. On Thursdays, they go get their groove on at the Moonlight Rollerway during open skate. On Fridays, they swing by the drop-in volleyball session at the Olive Rec Center. On Saturdays, the little hoodlums go shred at the Valley Skate Park. And on Sundays, they catch a movie in downtown Burbank. So when everything's said and done, I'm spending 108 minutes of driving per week. But that's not all. See, after I drive her somewhere, I have to decide if I want to stick around and wait until they're done, which leaves me kind of just twiddling my thumbs for a couple hours. Or, and this is what most parents end up doing, I drop her off, drive home, and then come get her when she calls. Which increases my amount of driving up to 216 minutes. Slap that on to the 85 minutes a week that I'm already driving her to and from school, and suddenly I'm spending 5 hours in my car hating life in an attempt to make sure that my daughter loves life. Sure, this whole scenario might have been made up, but this company did a survey that found 44% of parents spend 5 hours or more just driving their children around. So what's the opportunity cost of this? Well, it's not uncommon for parents to take reduced hours at work in order to make room for all of this driving, and the census found that the median household income in Burbank was $91,000. This means that one partner may very well be getting paid $21.98 per hour. So if we use the example of 44% of parents taking reduced hours in order to make room for this much driving, then they are giving up $20 million of potential income per year. That is way more than the amount that we would pay for bus passes. Oh, and actually, the gap is even bigger than that. It's a little complicated, but due to the city splitting the cost with the school districts and getting a lower fare rate from Metro, we actually only have to spend $41,000 in order to enable parents to save $20 million. I would take that investment any day of the week. So if you're a student or a parent of a student who would gladly grab one of these free Metro passes, then please come to the City Council meeting on Tuesday at 6 p.m. and make a public comment. And if you want to be part of helping push for more amazing changes like these, then keep an eye out for a Strong Towns Burbank member while you're there. They'll gladly take your contact information and then let you know when our next planning session is taking place. Again, Tuesday, 6 p.m. I hope I hear you there.